Hello everyone and welcome to GameCola.net's video walkthrough of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, my favorite game ever, just saying. I am Diana Gray, resident fangirl and staff writer at GameCola.net, and today I have with me Nathaniel Hoover and Joseph Martin to commentate with me. So you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Word up! You can probably guess which one I am just by my voice. Unless you've never heard me before, in which case, I don't remember who I am. Joe, who are you?
I think I'm Joseph, who writes sometimes on GameCola.net and writes confusingly accurate fabricated news.
It is very confusing.
So, question before we start rolling. Previously, at one point on the GameCola YouTube channel, we did have Phoenix Wright walkthrough with our certain other staff writer, Michael. Now, is this a proper walkthrough? Is this a blind Let's Play? What do we have here, Diana?
We have actually video footage recorded by the man himself, Michael Gray, and us commentating on it, because I apparently at some point in time said that I wanted to do this. So, because I'm a fangirl. So, you know, I'm just going to be doing this. It's going to be fun, and you guys are going to be awesome and help me out commentating on this awesome game.
So why is it so awesome? Tell us.
It's awesome because you're an attorney, as you're going to see right here, coming up.
I'm not an attorney.
Yes, yes you are. Yes you are.
And I don't see how that would impact the
You are
game.
now.
What?
I'm certainly not an attorney.
You are now.
I don't do tournaments.
Oh my god.
I'm not very good at them.
You know what? No. Don't, no. So, right now, we are starting the trial after that very, very dramatic opening cutscene. And it's dramatic. And this is a murder case. That's super fun. Always.
I wouldn't trust her if she tells you when she thinks the apocalypse is gonna happen. Just to let you know.
Sure, Joe, sure.
So who's our target audience? Are we catering to people who have never played this game before? People who are looking for help on how to play the game? Are we just here for the GameCola fans? Or like?
I'm honestly here for whoever wants to watch this because I'm a fangirl. So whoever would be interested in my fangirl ranting can continue on with this video. And if you're not, then you probably should go away because.
That's wonderful. That's a glorious way to entice people to watch our videos.
Put it very bluntly. I am a fangirl. So if you get annoyed by fangirl ranting, you might not want to be watching this. Go watch Michael's original instead. It's kind of the same thing, but not really.
But this one is the Wii adaptation, whereas the other one was the, what is it, the DS remake?
I think it was.
Is that correct with the first one? Meow.
This guy has an unfortunate last name.
It is very unfortunate.
He's the kind of person who would inexplicably get some building named after him.
I don't think Larry Butz would do anything good to get a building named after him, even if it was inexplicably.
Well, it would have to be something like the Department of Accidentally Murdered Girlfriends or something like that.
That's a horrible department. Why would that even exist?
With Larry Butz around, eventually someone needs to take a stand.
Alright, I can accept that. I can accept that. Oh, there's blood. That's dramatic.
It's not blood, it's just red paint. That's the spoiler for the end of the case, I'm sorry.
She's just napping, and red paint got on the floor underneath her.
And you know, Larry also has an unfortunate last name for making anagrams of it, taking the letters and rearranging them to spell other things, because Butts doesn't go many ways but tubs. Zubbits. Zubbit.
But he's a good guy at heart, so he probably didn't murder his girlfriend. Maybe.
That's sufficient evidence to convince the judge, right?
Yes, this judge definitely.
This guy, he's a good guy, so he didn't do it. Case closed.
Well, there is no jury system in Phoenix Wright, so...
No, there's a jury, they just stand there and shake their heads and boo. It's an emotional gauge of how you're doing.
I think they do that no matter what. Kind of.
Ooh, the defense. That's my favorite kind of defense.
It's great. And the judge is picking up on his nervousness. Oh no, this is bad.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the evidence or the witness testimony. It's your conduct, Phoenix.
Yes.
If you're a nice boy and you behave, maybe we'll let him off the hook.
Maybe.
So, Joe, have you played Phoenix Wright?
I think he answered.
What?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wait,
I've
what?
played this game before.
Oh, Phoenix is answering for... Oh, that's clever. I wish I knew how to do that.
I don't know really why.
Yes!
Yes!
Okay, good. Wonderful.
Look, I have to leave.
I have to leave now. You just accused me of murder.
The delivery. You're really an idiot. I always do that when I play the game. It makes me laugh. Oh, conveniently the judge couldn't hear. He didn't hear any of that.
Yay!
I just trolling us now.
Yes. This is exciting because, as I recall from Michael's original video walkthrough, it really was a straight walkthrough. There were very few things that touched on the, you don't really need to do this, these are just the fun little side extra things. So I'm interested to see what else the game has, because the other version is good to get the full story and to actually figure out how to play the game if you're stuck, but I'm looking forward to having more moments like this where we're just totally messing around.
I think that's why I love this game so much, because there's always something that I don't remember that's really funny. So I'll always just go through the game selecting everything wrong and see what happens.
I love how the judge is conveniently deaf whenever it's best for us.
That happens a lot. Get used to that.
No. I forgot. Uh-oh.
What kind of attorney?
How do you draw a blank? It's already drawn for you when you start.
Exactly, and he has to do it because he's an idiot. I'm sorry, Phoenix, but you're not giving us a very good impression of you.
You know, maybe we have the timeline wrong, and he's just now coming out of being a drunken piano bum.
Oh gosh. Maybe. That could be. That would explain why he doesn't have any friends. Well,
okay.
No, piano bum, not now.
Mia, how can you be the victim? You just don't look like the victim type.
It was the first name that popped into my head.
Wait, is it Mia or Maya?
Mia.
Oh. I thought it was Maya.
It's Mo Fey, Mia, Maya, and Mo. The circus clown.
I hate that case. I think I've expressed before on GameCola.net that is my least favorite case in the entire series of games. It's horrible. Alright, now we're seeing all the profiles.
Wait, did it say that he lacks patience?
Patience is just a synonym for hair.
Pretty much. I love that one too, Cinder Block.
Not an ill-conceived naming like the rest of the names in this game.
Agreed.
I love name puns.
Seriously, if I was me, I probably would have left by now. I was just like, you're hopeless. I don't know how you're gonna win this case.
So this
Cindy
entire...
Stone.
Yep.
I get it. Cinder Block and Cindy Stone. Okay, sorry, go.
I'm sorry. So I'm guessing this entire first case is going to get to the point where we have the first person on the witness stand and then we quit and walk away, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, he's smartening up.
Yay, I guess nothing.
It's a good thing he's so... I didn't hear any of those mumblings that you were doing, but I'm sure it was very important and completely on topic.
You passed my test. Let's actually do the trial now.
I wanted him to say lightning, not a blunt object struck by lightning. Caused by Larry Butz.
The entire statue of the thinker. I think we might have a little bit more of a problem
Yeah.
If someone stole the thinker and used it to murder someone.
It was Larry Butz, who can pick up large, heavy objects like Guts Man in the Mega Man series, and he's Larry Guts now. Ah, I'm gonna stop talking.
How did he transport the statue across international lines? Is my question.
If he stays high enough at the top of the screen, you can't actually see what he's holding.
Mia says pay attention. So.
Oh, is that what we've been doing wrong?
I think so. I think that we haven't been paying attention. Unfortunate.
Yo.
Curse Larry and his emotions.
Kane is such a loser. I'm sorry.
Well, that was fast.
You just, it's sad.
Romeo and Juliet, it's a bad comparison.
Wait.
They both died. Oh, yeah.
They all died.
So I whacked it, you see?
This guy has giant pointy teeth. He must be guilty.
Suspicious pink dots on his cheeks.
I don't know if this guy's completely qualified to talk about their relationships.
Phoenix rejection. This is lame. We got the passport.
If she was in Paris, that's probably why she wasn't answering calls. She was in Paris.
Maybe she doesn't have international cell service, guys. Just don't panic.
It's expensive. It's really expensive to call from Paris. Plus, like...
She didn't have a large...
I mean, I guess there is basically a giant radio tower.
Pretty much.
I blanked out for like the last 30 seconds. I have no idea what's going on now.
They're talking about how the victim had a small income, but she had a bunch of, quote, sugar daddies who gave her money. It's very dramatic. I always used to think secretly that Winston Payne was one of the sugar daddies, and that's how he knows so much about her. That was my thing.
Irrelevant.
And now.
Yes, that's good. Build your case, Larry.
Now Larry's at his mouth. That was really
excellent plan.
That was kind of anticlimactic. Oh no, the judge is getting convinced by the prosecution.
So, does this guy secretly, like, not have eyes? And he just... Because I don't know how I could see out of those glasses.
Well, I thought we were talking about Larry,
No,
who had,
wait.
like, teensy puncture holes in his head that looked sort of where eyes should be.
I was talking about the guy with glasses that looked like he dipped them in, like, ice cream before he came to the trial.
Tell the truth.
In parentheses.
He's thinking it.
But that's what the waggly finger means, really.
Yeah. I know for a fact I always pick the other one because it's telling him to lie, and Phoenix just yells, "Lie like a dog!" over it, like, in...
Whoa, that was a strange sound.
It was... We have a witness.
Can I get a witness? Because nobody's ever said that on a Phoenix Wright playthrough before.
I'm sure they haven't, Nathaniel. It's okay.
This courtroom doesn't look like the standard courtrooms that I've gone to.
Yeah.
Not that I've gone to many, mind you, but I've seen a few, and it looks a little strange. They're all like in a circle.
They are.
Usually, like, they put the witness stand like next to the judge or something, I thought.
Yeah.
Not like directly in front of.
Well, this way the judge can lean forward and stare down at them, see their bald spots.
Witnesses
And
account.
actually,
I thought this was,
I was going to say, shouldn't the judge technically be in this picture? Like, isn't that his desk behind Frank?
No. The judges would be in front of the witness.
The witness.
That's right. That's right. It's opposite. Yeah.
And
Fortunately, this man can only remember in black and white.
He was in shock. What do you expect? I love his name too. Oh, the puns. Frank saw it. Saw it.
Oh, saw it. Thought he was I make it think I was a carpenter.
No, he sells newspapers.
Oh.
That's what they said at the beginning. That's why he was there. And the phone was broken.
I was personally selling newspapers in this person's unlocked apartment.
You know, it happens.
This judge sure does ask a lot of questions.
Some cordless phones do not function normally. Occasionally, when there is no power supplied to them, things do not function.
It's weird.
Your Honor.
You know.
Like when they're unplugged.
Hence, a cordless telephone never works.
This is it.
Defend.
This is Phoenix's big chance. Lies? What? He was lying?
You can't do that in court. You have to promise. I guess we didn't see that part, so.
You never see that part.
I like to imagine that, like, the jury is just watching them talk like this. Like, and they can hear everything and they're just kind of sitting there watching them.
You just, like, see, like, all these heads poking over, like, looking down onto the bench. Going, like, you gonna do something? Or are you just gonna talk? Oh, tutorial cases.
Have we ever seen... I'm talking now. Have we ever seen a case... I'm not familiar with some of the later Phoenix Wright games. Have we ever seen a case where the prosecutor is just as clueless as Phoenix was in this first case?
This prosecutor is generally as close as you're gonna get.
Okay. Well, he's just not terribly good and a little bit full of himself unnecessarily.
He can get pretty clueless.
I guess, but it's the nervous cluelessness.
Oh, then no, we're not gonna get one of those. We're just gonna get this really bad, inept prosecutor, this one.
The bewildered cluelessness.
Yes, we're not gonna get a Phoenix-style prosecutor.
This guy never opens his eyes. How does he see anything?
I don't know. So, he was wrong about the time. Oh, no,
oh,
you don't-
clever time for puns, Phoenix.
You do not make a pun about a dead body. That's just gross.
Oh. Does anyone else notice this guy has an unnaturally high voice?
Yes. His objection is one of my favorites in the game.
Objection!
That's it.
His testimony is irrelevant! Teen Murder Squad!
I'm sorry, were you saying your reaction or just talking about one of the characters?
It was, no, that's, I don't know, both. I had to take that all in first.
No, you really didn't. You can just ignore it and keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't sound contrived at all.
These witnesses can think on their feet.
So he's just been 3 hours off for like a day and hasn't noticed?
Pretty much.
I mean, just it was time zones and watches and
Her apartment stayed right on its...
my phone ran out of battery and it's daylight savings and so yeah.
I think that her apartment just lays directly on a time zone line.
Okay, I rather like that.
Yeah, that's what happened. Hopefully he comes up with that next. That'll probably work.
It's rather loud for putting his hands on the table. Sounds like it would hurt.
It probably does.
Either that or his hands are just made out of stone.
They sweat so much.
Oh.
Whoa, that was scary.
I see his hair went up. He had one of those light bulbs come out of his head, but his hair was so heavy that it pushed it back down.
Nice. Just couldn't see it. That pose never gets old.
It's easy when your head's glued to the wall.
And for some reason, they just let him testify again. They just keep letting him testify. You'd think they'd, like, try and back this up or something. But, no. They don't care about possible perjury.
He just changed the murder weapon. Oh, you saw a clock. That must explain why you knew the exactly wrong time.
You know, it happens. No one's gonna notice it until Phoenix points it out.
Your Honor?
This witness is an idiot.
Your Honor, the defense is lying. Case closed.
Oh, I'm convinced.
It's a very thoughtful clock.
You with your objections and your evidence. I love that one.
Evidence has no place in court.
And now the prosecution tries to get it. Oh, the prosecution conveniently lied.
Okay.
In the entire case.
Okay. That, I don't... Just why? But he said he saw it!
The judge is totally...
This is a terrible idea.
And the judge is just totally fine with that.
Did we not even check? Are we just taking his word for it?
Pretty much. That's what Phoenix Wright does.
Not to mention that he said he saw the time,
Wait.
not hear it.
We're getting there. Phoenix will eventually put 2 and 2 together.
And make 5.
I'm sure.
I think I'm better off watching these games be played than actually playing them, because I don't have enough of an attention span for court cases. And remembering all of the details, like I'd need to be writing this down, and I would need to actually pay attention to the things I read, and that's just too much for me.
See, that's something I like about Dual Destinies, which is coming out at the end of the year, which I'm really excited about. Oh my gosh, it's exciting. They have like a button where you can look at everything that had been said before, like a transcript type thing of everything, which I think would help. It's gonna help me a lot because I have like memory loss. But I think that would kind of address some of the problems that you're talking about. Aside from the attention span thing, which I don't think there's any way to get around that.
If there's anything that's baseless in this courtroom, it's your voice.
Just ask him straight out if he did it.
The clock struck one woman. Whoa.
Ooh, that's good.
Visible flashback.
You know, I'm kind of realizing that there's really no right way to joke about a murder case without sounding like a horrible person.
Until you throw your toupee at someone's face.
And then it's all better.
The judge doesn't care.
Order in the court. I want you all to line up, tallest to shortest.
Except for the defense, you could just leave. We don't need you anymore.
It might actually help Phoenix's case to walk out.
Just let Mia take care of it.
I was thinking the silence would do a better job than him, at least how he was at the beginning.
Yeah, I think so too.
Ooh, ask the neighbors.
No.
Why don't we ever ask the neighbors? It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah, I'd like to ask the neighbors.
Friend, listen very carefully.
I get it. He says, I think it's... because he's a thinker. I get it. I see what you're playing at, Phoenix Wright, the video game.
It's 11:25. That's not right.
Why is the clock 3 hours slow? That's what I want to know. Forget the
He's not a very
stuff.
quick thinker. He seems to have lost some of his credibility without his wig.
I
Okay.
agree.
Mop.
Because he's kind of creepy now. Definitely.
Because now you can see the evil poking out of his head. I mean, that's what those little lines have to be, right? And the extra sweat beads?
I'm sure. They're very creepy.
I do believe, though, that this would still cause for further examination. Even if he can't prove it, I'm pretty sure most people would be rather suspicious.
Yes. And so now your client is guilty.
I can't let you indict the witness until you can spell indict.
And he's just gonna get to walk out of here. Without his toupee. Which is somewhere below the defense's bench. Because Phoenix is probably like stepping on it. He gives up so easily.
Is that all the witness?
And Mia,
Dun dun dun!
Mia comes to save the day. Thank God we have.
I was standing here the whole time. You just never looked to your right.
You know.
Do they like just punch things off screen whenever stuff happens?
I guess they can if they.
Or you know what? There's probably just construction outside, and it just happens to be shaking the ground every time something important happens.
They have a special crew just for that.
Oh, quick! The witness is getting nervous. Quick, blow up that dynamite.
That'll
I
rattle.
think that's in his inventory.
We don't have that. We only have a passport and a clock.
Oh hey, they're gonna answer my question. This
MacGyver
game's
can do
good
it.
at answering my questions. Oh, 'cause she was in France.
Good job.
I am a smart.
I'm trying to remember how they did
Well,
it.
you already pulled off your toupee.
I'm trying to remember how they did it in the Japan version, because in the Japan version this takes place in Japan. Duh. So,
Yeah, the time difference, and even the time difference from France to anywhere in the US would be more than 3 hours.
Yeah, don't worry, they're getting some.
Yeah.
It's 9 hours.
Oh.
Oh, right, with your PMs and your AMs.
I think they did it from like Tokyo to New York or something in the Japanese version. Is that 9 hours? I don't know, but so they obviously had to change that.
Yeah, because this is supposed to take place out in California or thereabouts, right?
Yes, I think it's supposed to be in Los Angeles. I call it Japanifornia. I know that's common among fandom.
Did he just contract the Resident Evil disease?
I was gonna say rabies, but sure.
Rabies, Resident Evil disease. I mean,
Same thing. I don't know, I've never played Resident Evil, don't judge me.
either way, you have dogs jumping out at you.
Oh, is the Resident Evil disease rabies? I've never played Resident Evil.
I haven't either, but it just kind of made me think of him turning into a zombie. I don't
Okay.
actually remember if they foamed at the mouth.
The judge is impressed.
Nope, not impressed like the victim
Oh.
that Phoenix Wright made an impression joke about with the statue. Can we bring that up? We're making jokes about dead people.
I think Phoenix should
But-
be in jail, but we're not. The client is not guilty, so yay!
Confetti.
Yay! And now we're.
But we could be a little more insensitive because it's a work of fiction, right? It's not really real.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just fakely real.
And thus, therefore, concordantly, ergo, any terrible things that we say are also artificially terrible.
Yes.
They're fictitiously terrible.
This never actually happened. None of it.
Did we find a motive? That's kind of important.
They're talking
They
about it
don't
right
care about motive in this universe.
Generally they don't, but they're actually talking about it right now. He was just a burglar, and she came home while he was burgling her apartment, so he killed her.
You know, slightly morbid, but it's a nice eye for detail, attention, touch that the blood was seeping into the cracks in the wood.
I always noticed that. Enjoy that, because that's one of the only times you're gonna hear about a motive for a little while.
We did it, yeah!
That was great.
Someone was murdered.
You know. We got Larry not guilty. We don't care about that anymore. We didn't even know this victim. But Larry's still crying.
You're supposed to be happy. Your girlfriend is dead.
You're not going to jail for life. Good. Wait, no. Bad.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
What?
Don't try and say that together with his last name because it just sounds bad. There,
You know,
there it is.
For Mia's making fun of Phoenix for not knowing who the defendant is in the case.
Well, she knows who the defendant is. She just didn't know his name.
Someone just gave her the wrong 3 options to pick from.
And now Larry has a crush on Mia. And is forgetting about Phoenix altogether.
And he seems to have lost it. Oh, there it is.
Thanks.
Larry made it.
Bad idea, do not do.
Ah! That was weird.
What was weird?
I'm trying to.
I lost.
I'm trying to. I'm pretty. What is that in the background? What is that painting?
Oh.
What is that?
That's the Make You Wonder What It Is by...
I don't know.
Well, it looks like there's trees, and the branches are sort of forming like this archway for you to walk through, and there's maybe a stone path or a dead giant caterpillar, or maybe an oversized bugle. It's hard to tell.
This is something kind of interesting, actually, that's in, I think, almost every case, where Phoenix gets the opportunity to present something to...
Oh, afterwards?
And if you present the wrong thing, it sucks, because there's... But, not in this case, really, but there are worse cases to screw up on. But, to make the witness, or the defendant feel better or something, I don't know. But, you don't get any penalty or anything for presenting it wrong. It's just kind of sad if you do, but it's nice if you do it right.
Why does he keep putting his hand in his jacket like that? It seems
Because
weird.
it's a fun animation to watch.
It is.
When you're only staring at the same wall with the same
This
person in
hand
front of you
grows
for minutes on
larger
end,
than
you need
tastes
to
by
have
too
switch
much.
up their animations and talk over each other so you don't know what's going on.
It's fine.
Everybody talk at the same
Ah!
time.
I hope you see the importance of evidence now, even though we used like 2 pieces.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that evidence is important in court cases?
What did I learn in law school?
Did he go to law school?
Yeah, he went to law school. Debatably.
I'm not so sure.
In game 3, he's actually supposed to be training to be an artist.
I'm not so sure he went to law school.
Don't really know. They never really say. I'm assuming, hopefully, that he did. And Mia's like, let's leave. And they're gonna go out.
You can't drink toast. Why does everyone always talk about drinking the toast? It just doesn't make any sense.
Blender.
I'm sure I'll never understand.
Wait, this is plot.
Plot?
Plot.
Since when do we have plot in a Phoenix Wright game?
I have plot right now, kind of. Ish.
So what was the entire rest of this game so far?
This case is not important, because it's the tutorial case.
But plot?
This is the plot.
Introduce some characters.
Okay, that part's important. This is the plot.
We establish relationships between characters.
Another incident.
This is foreshadowing.
This is foreshadowing, which is a plot device, so it's plot.
It's a plot device, but I wouldn't say it's plot development.
Fine, whatever, it's the same thing. The end.
You just going to the end me?
Yes. Thanks for watching.
I guess that's good enough for now. Thank you!
See you for case 2.
Goodbye.
Sisters, goodbye.